Don't miss the Lord of Virulence.
Spiking bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. Rob Baer with you again today, checking out the latest from Creature Caster. It's October, it's scary, and this thing is Nurgle. I've dubbed him Mr. Snoots, but it's the Lord of Virulence. It's a really awesome looking kind of plague demon from them. This thing retails for about $62 US. I think that's 76 Canadian-ish, give or take, depending on which way the wind is blowing across the northern border here in North America. And this is a really cool kit. We got our hands on it to check it out. And I tell you what, if I wasn't at capacity already on Nurgle Demon Princess, I would definitely paint this one up myself. But unfortunately, I'm a victim of, back in the day, there was a thing called Nurgle Flying Circus, and I already have too many of these things. But don't let my misfortune stop you guys from checking out this very, very cool miniature. Let's jump over to the paint table and take a closer look at it right now. Okay, so this bad boy is checking in with a 23 fantastic parts here, and let me throw up on the screen the parts breakdown. There you can see all 23 parts. So you've got your center torso. Your weapon options, there's actually 4 different ways to equip it. You can use 2 different hands or talons, so to speak. You've got a rusty scythe, a rusty axe, and then of course the Reaper scythe itself. You've got your legs, your different different wing options. You've got the gnarled wings up top and some spore sac or cyst kind of inserts that you can put in instead of using the wings and then the rest of the legs and everything like that. And there's actually some kind of maggots little accessory piece that goes on the base there. That's that piece in the bottom left that actually goes on the center. So let's take a real life look at this bad boy right here on the table today. So here is the base itself. Again, Creature Casters coming in clutch with their dope casting, their quality of their sculpts, and their casting process is just getting better and better all the time from them here. So this is the hoofs for the feet going right there, so you can kind of tell what that is all about. And then there's this crazy little maggot insert which goes right here. You can see the incredible detailing of it. There's crazy ginormous maggots, and then there's like little feeder magnets or maggots, something like that. I don't know what's going on. I guess this dude's busted open right here. But either way, it's disgustingly sick and amazingly detailed to boot. So I assume you don't have to glue it on if you don't want. If you just want the rock, or if you want all the maggots right there, you can do that too, which is a really cool option that they have that there. So we'll just leave it on for ours. And then you've got the legs. I fish these out here. So you've got the 2 different legs, and they're, you know, just like we saw with the Glutton Demon, they're a little short, they're a little squatty, so to speak, but you can see they socket right into the top there, and there's the hooves and everything. Great muscle details there. You gotta have your muscles. Now, he might not have worked out his legs as much as, you know, say his Khorne or his Slaaneshi brethren, but that doesn't mean that this model is any less impressive, of course. And then you've got the center torso, which is just ridiculously detailed. I mean, look at this beautiful thing right here. You've got crazy exposed vertebrae, a rib cage with all sorts of juiciness underneath it there, poxes, all sorts of different pitting. Over here, you've got crazy intestines. You've got his snoot. That's why I call him Mr. Snoot. He is the Lord of Virulence. Here, playing along with his, I don't know, innards, I guess, right there. And then you've got this intestine tail going up and wrapping around him there. More intestines pouring out and stuff like that. And some ridges and things up here going across the back where your wings are going to go. Now, once you assemble this, and again, these things we tend to give away over on Twitch, so we're not going to assemble it and kind of show you, but you kind of get the idea here. Now, this is over 4 inches tall. They say, I think officially, he's 19.5 centimeters from the bottom of the base to the top of his wings, which math, or at least my math says, for every 100 centimeters, that is roughly 4 inches. Because remember, 25 millimeters is 2.5 centimeters, so that's going to get you roughly up to 10 centimeters for 4 inches. 25 millimeters, of course, being a roughly 1-inch base. So once you get him together, he is going to be, with his wings, he's going to be about 8 inches tall, which is pretty awesome. That's going to be one of the biggest lords we've seen from them thus far, I feel like. Speaking of the wings, let's check those out. So you've got the, first off, you've got the wing inserts that only go in one of two ways. So here's your first wing. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. There's the first wing insert that locks in there. And then the second wing insert here is going to go like this. Oops, like this with the hooks out. Obviously, they're not going to stay in there. But once you get that, let me put him down and try that. Nope, not going to happen. That was wishful thinking on my part. But once you get these wing inserts together, you are going to have the ginormous wing, which again is going to be very, very tall, almost the same size as the body. Now, the wings itself, greatly well detailed. If you're going to space stuff out this far, you know that you're going to have to probably be a little chunky on your interior sections here just to support the structure and have support and strength to all that. So while they're not as thin as you would like to see, like down here in these sections, it definitely makes sense structural wise how that happens, in great little talons at the end there. So this miniature is super sweet, looking really dope. Now, if you don't want those, there is options for the little spore cyst things that we were talking about, which are these bad boys right here. And you can just lock them in, and they're like some spore barnacle kind of type deals. And then you can just have him sitting atop his little rock, doing his thug thizzle, murder shuffling all over the tabletop with his scythe and everything. And speaking of scythe, that's going to be a multi-part kind of dealy that goes together. Here we go. So everything locks in pretty well and sockets in pretty well. I haven't seen any issues with that yet. So here's your main arms. And then there's your scythe arm. That's going to be a separate arm because the other ones you could slot things into. And this is going to lock in just like that. So there's your scythe. Oh, it popped out. There's your scythe, which you got to put the end on it. And speaking of the end, man, look at that guy. He's just so striking. If you get this guy, you have to name him Mr. Snoots. Actually, I believe the working title was Booger Face. That's what the guys from Creature Caster told me. They didn't like Mr. Snoots, but I like Mr. Snoots. And there's the scythe right there, and that locks together. So pretty neat. And then options-wise, there's 4 different options like we were saying. You've got this socket right here, which can accommodate a number of things. You can do hands for if you want to do like a demonic talon kind of type deal, right? Or you can do the insert, which is going to get you a pivot for an axe. Oops. Like I said, not glued together. Sorry, folks. But you can definitely win this before you can buy it over on our Twitch stream. Here you go. So here's the, that's why we don't put it together. I just want to make sure we don't limit our options. There's the sword for anybody that might win this over on our Twitch stream. This one's probably going to be given away towards the end of the month. Now, this particular model is on sale right now on Creature Caster site. There's pre-orders. They have 100 of them. Where's the other weapon? I guess it was just that. And then there's 100 of them available for sale right now, and then they're going to kick that over to general release. But the 100 will be available until the 30th, I think, of October 2017. Oh, because that's his hand. Duh. I was like, where does this go? Okay, so there's his hand. So his hand goes right there, so you can switch that out with that. Or, I think that's the only other option. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that looks to be the only option there. So once you get it all together, he's going to be quite impressive because he's going to stand a very, let's see if we can do it here, a very impressive 8 inches tall. So Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. Almost. Wing insert. How many fingers can I use? Here we go. Check that out. That is so huge. That's like both my hands there, folks. That is crazy big. Look at that thing. Ginormous. Oh, that's just an awesome display piece in general. I am so jealous that I have no place for this in my army, unfortunately, because we're at capacity with those crazy amount of guys right there. So lots of cool stuff in this kit. Lots more options. Of course, you got the two scythes, like we two scythe that. You got your axe, your scythe parts, your other demonic talon right there that we showed you, the armed insert pieces. You've got your crazy Reaper sword, Reaper axe, demonic sword, whatever you want to call it, and your other wing, and then of course your other wing insert right there. So all in all, 23 pieces, 4 different ways to equip it, 2 different options for the base, all clocking in at about $62 US. It is available right now on CreatureCaster's site, creaturecaster, of course, .com. You can lock yours in, be one of the first 100 to get shipped out pre-order, and then it goes over to general release, I don't know, sometime in November, give or take. Usually a month to 2 months later, they get everything and they spin them, the rest of them up, and get them out into general release. But you, like I said, you can lock yours in today, and of course, we always do a win it before you can buy it over on Twitch giveaway towards the end of the month that it is coming out. I think it's going to be down towards around Halloween this month, so check it out. CreatureCaster.com, and then of course twitch.tv/SpikyBitsTV.